morning. I'm getting toward the end of my description of my imaginary movie, Resurrection. It's the 19th try at it, or part. This is the 86th day of the 5th year of Frank's School First Video. And in the movie now, I am going to briefly describe Act 4. I say briefly. Well, these acts actually could begin to get shorter, maybe. This is Act 4 of 5. And in Act 4 is where the climax of the movie would be. That always puzzled me a little bit. Shouldn't the climax come at the very end? Well, usually not when something's arranged in 5 acts. Anyway, this would be the end of the part that could be a documentary. Acts 2, 3, and 4, they could be a documentary, really. I mean, they will be driven by the power of these stories that I've created. But if it were going to be a documentary, here you would see beauty, and that's so important. This movie would have to be gorgeous. Hands. These themes are not gone. I mean, hands. So many close-ups of hands doing skillful, beautiful things. And gardens. I mean, Astrid is the, no, not Astrid, Carrie is the gardener. But they all garden, and this world, which was wild by the end of the movie, has to be not only tame, but just a beautiful garden, restored. The apprentices, they've made it possible within the realm of the movie. That's how you can think, that's how they did it. They had this help that showed up, this interest from the outer world, the real world. Astrid's baby is born. And now, I didn't say anything about that, but Astrid, who arrived feeling so sickly in that storm, in that rain, so sickly that Bryn was very worried about her and caring for her some. Well, it turns out she didn't know, but she was pregnant, and over the course of I hope the timing would work out there. I'm not so sure that that could be realistic. But she has her baby, and the baby is born, a boy. As a matter of fact, I thought about Astrid's husband, Tom. Maybe his name should be Robin. And then if it was a boy, Robin would have a son. Or her name could be Robin. And that would be Robin's son. Get it? Robinson Crusoe? An illusion? I don't know. But in any case, the baby is born. The tension between Festus and Bryn has been resolved. It was resolved into the worship of Bryn as a lady. Bryn becomes Festus's sort of untouchable lady, whom he worships, not his mate, not his wife, but a lady out of the Middle Ages, as I said. Now, the ensemble at the end of Act 3, I'm talking music now, that they played. The composing of this is a huge challenge, maybe impossible. That ensemble, by the end of Act 4, becomes a dance. I don't know if it speeds up the tempo or whatever, but now Act 4 will end with a dance. The conflicts of drought, possible drought, fire, as time would allow within the course of the movie, they could be put in if the movie needed more drama. Or not, I don't know, but they would be resolved by now. Batch and Bryn then dance. Batch is the heavy guy, sort of funny looking, and this is absolutely based on a dance that I saw personally in Lisbon at a hostel, where o matador and this Roman young woman from Rome danced beautifully. Now they danced in a different way from what I imagined. But it was just the love of dancing, and so the excitement of having succeeded comes out into a dance. Others could dance too, that'd be fine, but maybe ultimately it would be Bryn as a solo dancing on the socalcos, on the terraces, and I say almost goat-like. The casting of this may also be impossible. Where do you find a woman that could fill this role? She would put her alto recorder down. She'd be playing maybe at a certain point, but she would put it down, and Batch would put his slide whistle down, and they would dance. And maybe the music could at some point actually go down to the drum alone. Maybe you wouldn't need anything else but the drum, which is played by Marion, because Bryn's dancing is so unbelievable. I wrote down Our Daily Bread because that American movie that I said in a way is a model for what I'm doing, in that it's idealistic, utopian. It ends with a dance in mud, celebrating the arrival of the water, the saving of the crop of corn. So in a way, I thought of that. Now, during all of this, Festus, who has been so full of anger, and still is, anger and pain and sorrow somehow, we've never been told why, but he almost shows joy at the sight of Bryn so beautifully dancing. He does not drink. By now, some of this could be that they got the wine is in the green wine. They're a genuine celebration. He smokes, but he doesn't drink. And now I want to refer to Haydn's Fall in his oratorio of the Seasons. This would be the third of the seasons, Die Jahreszeiten, and it ends with this wonderful climax that's in triple time. I found it online, a good version of it. Roger Norrington is the name, and I'll put the link down there. Now, the choir's big, but by Haydn's time, oratorios were usually for big choirs. And if you would go to this first 1 hour 53rd minute, right there is where it goes into triple time, and there's this lively dance, and that could serve as a model. Now, Act 5, you know, in a way you can see, okay, that's fine, it's over. What about Act 5? Well, I'll tell you that next time.